Earth could have billions more people than we ever realized. Is our little blue marble of a planet actually a lot more crowded than we thought? A new study suggests we've been significantly undercounting populations in rural areas because of the grid-based method typically used to count people. The grid idea is simple: split the world into squares and estimate the population in each square based on census data. But because these estimates have mostly been calibrated in urban rather than rural settings, inaccuracies in rural areas have gone undetected, according to the researchers from Aalto University in Finland. Rural areas account for 43% of the world's population, estimated to be just over 8 billion at the last count, and if the calculations in the new study are correct, then the number of unaccounted for people could potentially stretch into the billions. For the first time, our study provides evidence that a significant proportion of the rural population may be missing from global population datasets, says environmental engineer Josias Lang Richter from Aalto University. We were surprised to find that the actual population living in rural areas is much higher than the global population data indicates. Depending on the dataset, rural populations have been underestimated by between 53% to 84% over the period studied. The team analyzed population data from the period 1975 to 2010, looking at the effects of dam construction work on people displacement, a scenario for which there is usually verifiable on-the-ground data. Crunching the statistics on 307 dam projects across 35 countries, the researchers compared the official number of displaced people in these areas against the number of people thought to be there by 5 different major population datasets. The significant disparity between population estimates and actual number of people moved in an area is ultimately because far less granular data is available for the rural areas, the researchers say, including census data, health data, and infrastructure data. And the results are remarkable, as these data sets have been used in thousands of studies and extensively support decision making. Yet their accuracy is not systematically evaluated. Not everyone is convinced. Scientists who were not involved in the study told Chris Stolker-Walker at New Scientist that improvements in satellite imagery and the quality of data collected in some countries would make these discrepancies smaller. But there's definitely a conversation to be had. Even if the miscount is more moderate, we could still be looking at a correction encompassing hundreds of millions of people. Population estimates are crucial in everything from providing public services to estimating the impact on climate change, and the team behind the new research wants to see more investment in population tracking in rural areas to make sure the people don't miss out. To provide rural communities with equal access to services and other resources, we need to have critical discussion about the past and future applications of these population maps. This has been published on Nature Communications, and it's by David Neal on Science Alert. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.